So like I said, mind you, I'm pregnant, I got married, and I'm going to school full time, and I'm working, and I, again, a lot of responsibility, and my baby dad then had a baby on me. Now I'm finding with his other baby mama. Like, it's just crazy. But this is all during my pregnancy to find out he ain't even my motherfucking daughter's dad. But anyway, so boom, while I'm pregnant, our house catch on fire, and like, that was crazy. Like, our house caught on fire, boom. So now we living out of hotels because it was that bad. Like, it was burned down to the frame damn near. And this is my grandma's house. Like, this is my grandma's house, and it burnt down to the frame. And so now we living out of hotels and shit. And we doing that throughout most of my pregnancy with Sage. And now my grandma, like mind you, I'm living with my grandma, so she's helping me with Mir. She's helping me with Mir. So now, like, overstay are welcome. So I had Sage. And like a few months after I had Sage, me and my grandma had got into it. I ended up moving out. So now I'm like living with my friend on her couch, on her grandma's couch, with my 2 kids, and I still have to finish off medical assistant school. So I'm living on their couch with my 2 kids, and I just felt like life was so fucking just crazy at that point. So guess what I started doing again? Drinking and shit. So at that time, I'm like, you know what can I do to make me some quick money? Sleeping on my friend, like, I need to get into my own apartment. What can I do to give me some quick money? So my friend, her grandma lived down the street from a strip club, and so I ended up starting to dance at the strip club. That's how I started stripping. So now I just saved up enough money, and I saved up enough money, and I had got me my second apartment. I had got my first apartment when I was 18, when I was pregnant with Mir. But I ended up moving out of there and got lucky and moved out of there because them motherfuckers didn't even have the lease in my name. It was still in a person's name that was living there before me. So I had quit paying rent and just moved out of that motherfucker, and that apartment still to this day never shows up. And that's by the grace of God, because they did some fluke shit. So I ended up moving out of there, and that's how I ended up going with my baby dad for a little bit and moving back to my grandma. So now, and then getting kicked out and all that shit. So now I got my second apartment. It's a little bullshit apartment, but it's like, it's mine. And at this time, like I said, I'm still dancing. I just finished up school. I'm in my intern, and I got these 2 kids, and I'm just doing everything on my own. So, like, can't nobody tell me nothing. And I just was like on my own for a really long time. So it just was like, whatever. So then, boom, for a little bit, things started getting good for me because I had started, I guess this is what you could say was my, like, little opening to spirituality and, like, my healing journey, because I had started going to church and, like, just getting into God. And I ended up finding a job for medical assisting, and the person I was renting from, he had a 2-bedroom apartment and was willing to let me move into my dad apartment for the same price as the 1-bedroom that I was paying for right now. So I'm like, cool, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take that. So things was looking good for me, and but I was still drinking and stuff. Like, I wasn't smoking. I had quit smoking so I could find a job. But I was still drinking and stuff, and started hanging, like, doing, like, just started getting back wild. Like, I was making hella money. Could nobody tell me shit. And I just was like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, whatever. I'm out here again. And then that's when, like, I want to say, now, mind you, this is like, I had Sage in 2015, and I graduated January of 2016 from medical assistant. So, like, 2016 was a great year for me, but I didn't have self-control. So, like, I started getting, like, I was just wild, like, getting drunk, fighting all the time, out at the clubs fighting and shit. Like, I did not care. And then I ended up getting pregnant with my third son. But in between, before my third son, I had lost a baby. And I had 2 other kids that I had lost before that too, all within that 2016 time frame. 2016 to 2017 time frame. So, like, shit was just hella wild. Like I'm not gonna go into detail because y'all need to know all that shit. But, like, shit was just hella wild. I was just doing some crazy wild ass shit. I was dancing still. Like, it was just a lot was going on. And then, like, 2017, shit kind of started going downhill. I got pregnant with Sincere. And it was just kind of wild there. So, like, now, let's fast forward to, like, 2019. I ended up moving from the apartment. Oh, no. I ended up moving from my 2-bedroom to downtown, and I found an apartment downtown, and that was like, I partied. Like, my little sister was living with me at that time. Like that was the kicker house, and it was, I really was not giving a fuck. Like, all I did was, like, just get drunk, like, high, all that room. So then I ended up moving into a house in 2019, and mind you, I'm still dancing. I had quit being a medical assistant because that shit wasn't for me. And then I had caught another case. And it was just hard for me to find another job within the medical field because I had another fucking case. So I just said, fuck being a medical assistant. So I tried being a CNA, and literally that's when, after I had Sincere, I went to school to be a CNA. Boom. That shit didn't work out. I was a CNA for a fucking 30 days, and I was just like, hell no, this shit ain't for me. But within that 2019 time frame, that's when, like, my life, oh no. Hold on, let me go back. So I ended up moving into a house because, like, after I had Sincere, I had decided that I wanted to sell hair. In 2018 is when I started selling hair and stuff. So, like, I had my life together. Boom, I had it all figured out. I was doing good, moved into a house, and then, again, I started drinking and, like, popping pills and shit. Like, just started drinking and shit. And that's when, here we are, 2019, mid 2019, and my life just like went for another crazy turn for like some years. And 2019 was one of them like traumatic years for me. Like from 2019 all the way to like 2022 was the most traumatic times that I've experienced outside of the things in my childhood. So I ended up meeting this dude, and well, not meeting him, I've been doing, but we started like messing around, and we just like, it was just crazy. So me and his baby mama started getting into it. Like, she's busting out my windows. He's like, it's just messy as fuck on Facebook. We just making a real clown of ourselves at the moment. And he's just loving it. But we still messing with him. Like, I'm not coming up off of him, she ain't either. So, but at this time, I'm at this house. It was like the whole time that I was living at that house was like haunted or cursed or something. I don't know. It was like crazy because I had got into it with one of my like a good childhood friend, but she like, and that was all over Facebook as well. Like, and she was like busting out my windows, calling DCFS on me and shit. And mind you, I don't play shit like that because my baby dad's family has called DCFS on me before. So like, mind you, that was my third DCFS case, but each time it was false. So mind you, she's doing too much, and it was just like a lot. It was crazy. And it was crazy, and I just started like not caring again. Like, I just was like not caring again. And I wouldn't say I was hanging out with the wrong crowd, but like it was the right crowd to get me to where I needed to be. Like, the people I was hanging around with was just like, it was just crazy that, like, I don't know. It was just crazy. But anyway, so that house, I ended up being able to leave that house, and I ended up moving to a new apartment. And then once all that stuff started happening to that apartment that house in 2019, I had stopped doing hair, and I had stopped doing selling hair too. So and by this time I had quit doing my YouTube, everything. And mind you, I was doing really good. Like, I was just around, like, the power of the power of being around the wrong people can really tear you fucking down. So so now I done moved, and I'm still messing with this dude, and it was like life was around in 2020. Life was like forcing me to wake the fuck up and like open my eyes and like really take in and look at my reality, because that's when I was like just kind of like, I'm done with everything. Everybody around me, like, I had cut off everybody around me. Like, I started cutting off my friends. Like, let me go back. So, me and this dude, we were like really close. Like, I was delusional over him. Like, that he was keeping it, like, trying to make it seem like something else with his baby mama. So, like, keeping the stuff, he going between me and his baby mama. And me and him was really close. Like, I don't know why he had me so attached. Like, Actually, I do know why he had me so attached, but that was like a really close relationship that me and him had. Like, I loved him to death. Like, I loved him to death. And, but it was a side of him that I just refused to see, like, or I was being delusional to. And, we had like a really, really toxic love. And like, it was so toxic that the people around me, started like I became a joke to the people. Like, because like all I would do was talk about us, and like it was just like, you know, you automatically get tired of hearing that shit. But instead of my friends being friends, they would talk about it and talk about it to other people. Like, don't get me wrong, like our conversations, like they keep it real with me, but like our conversations it became a joke to their conversations with other people. So let's just put it like that. And like I said, in 2020, it's like reality hit me, and that's when I just started distancing myself from everybody. But like I said, I still had this hold on with this nigga, and I kept finding myself in shit with him. And me and him got to a point where it was like bad, like he like bad to the point it got real bad. And I don't even know how to explain this for real, because it's like I'm trying to properly explain this. So I was like really close with him, and he knew how to. It's like, in a way, niggas be playing on certain females. Niggas know females that ain't never been loved or anything like that. So it was like one of them type of relationships. Like, you know, she ain't going nowhere. She ain't never been loved like how I love her type shit. And like the love was bare minimum. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was the barest of the minimum. But it was something more than I've ever had. Mind you, I've experienced all these different traumas. Like, and to finally find somebody that accept all that stuff, that knew all this stuff about me, and they was like comfortable to be around me, and stuff like that. So like I never really had no real relationship. And in a way, I allowed him to play on that, and in a way I believe that that was all I deserved. And I allowed a lot to go on between me and him, and things that I should have just like said fuck you and left, like left him alone about. I was scared to lose him. Like, I was scared to lose him because in my head I believed that nobody would love me like he do. Like, nobody would accept me like he do. And that's when I started realizing that my problem is way deeper than what I really thought. I have a self-love issue, and a self-worth issue, and it really hit me to a point where I was like disgusted with myself. Like, I had distanced myself from everybody. Like, I was really going through it, and at the time I wasn't expressing this with my friends. They thought I was going through it about this dude, but it was like, yeah, but it was deeper because I realized something within myself that I never realized. Like, it was like I had this the mask was taken off, and I was so like disgusted with myself. And like my friends thought it was something, my friends at that period of time thought it was something else, and we ended up getting into it because I had distanced myself, but it was only because I came through this awakening, and it was just like, I had to get myself together. Like, I had to really process this shit. And then on top of dealing with this dude. So, now I'm getting into it with all my friends at the moment. And, I'm still dealing with this dude. And now, I'm back doing hair because I had started my spiritual journey in 2022. I had started my spiritual journey. Oh, thank you. Bless me. But, I mean, not in 2022, but 2020, I had started beginning into spirituality. And I had I had entered into awakening. I had messaged this well-known, like, I don't know what to call her, like a psychic spirituality. Like, she can read, let me just put, she was able to tell me what I needed to do. She just basically gave me a reading, and she told me what I needed to do, and that opened me up to spirituality, which led me, a different side of spirituality, which led me here. Because the group of friends that the reason why I was like so attached to them, because we all had the same thought process when it came to certain stuff. So they had opened me up to a different side of, they were like a different side of things too. So, it was just cool, like stuff that I had always like been into, and but like secretly, because the friends that I had growing up would have thought it was like weird, like the friends that in my teenage years and shit. My secret life that I thought would be like, bitch, you weird, like I kept it to myself. I was able to express that with this new group of friends that I had that at that time. So that's why I was really close to him. I mean, not him, well, them. But as I got deeper into spirituality, it opened me up to a lot, and I realized that we all wasn't on the same page, and that it was better off that I just like quit messing with everybody. So I found myself totally isolated from like my family, everybody. All I was just doing was hair, and just doing hair. Like, that's all I could just focus on, just doing hair, because I just wanted to make enough money so I could move, right? So come 2021, I hit my goal on the amount of money I wanted to make, and I was about to move to Chicago. And I had got the apartment, approved for the apartment, everything, view the apartment, but I had brought the dude that I was messing with me, and he was just like, he ended up talking me out of moving. And mind you, I would peep certain stuff, like he just was like, I would peep certain stuff when it came to me and my goals and things that I wanted to do. Certain stuff he would say to me, and just little weird shit. But still, I was just like so in love with him. So I ended up letting him talk me out of moving to Chicago. Now, it's 2021, and March of 2021, I was supposed to move. I didn't end up moving, and by November of 2021, I had almost killed him. And that incident, that incident is what made me realize that I have to get my life together. The year before, my sister, I'm not gonna talk too much on her situation, but my sister had went to jail. A good friend of mine had went to jail, and at that moment, and things got rocky with her. So I was talking to her, but her incident had happened, and a year later, around the same time, the incident with me and the guy had happened. And I was just like, I have to get out of here. Like, I have to figure something out. Like, I have to stop. So I was really, so the backstory on that, what happened with that was me and him was out. Was supposed to do this hosting for Country Black for the, one of the people that was bringing them had asked me if I wanted to host. And I mean down where I was living at the moment, if I wanted to host it. And I'm like, yeah. So, so long story short, and that was like, at that time, I was like still doing, I had got back into my YouTube. So like, I was doing really good, like, except this dude like just had a hold on me. I wasn't drinking. I had quit popping pills with him. I had quit drinking. I had quit smoking and everything. But every now and then I would dip back and forth back into stuff. And that night, but like I was saying, before I get back into that story, I was like getting my following up on Facebook at this time too, and my YouTube was going up around this time too, and I had was just trying to get everything back into a row like I was doing in 2018 before I met him. And so this guy had asked me to host the party, and I'm like, yeah. So fast forward, here goes the night, and Country Black ended up not coming. So I don't fucking know, but like some nights I would like just call him up, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would quit fucking with him, but then like I probably haven't quit talking to. I quit talking to him probably like a couple of weeks, right? So I was drunk. I had a few drinks, and I had already smoked. And me and him had linked up. So we had ended up linking up with his friends and somebody that I know, a mutual friend, and his baby mama. And we all was kicking it that night. And I ended up overdoing it. I had popped a pill, and I blacked out. I ended up at my house. When I woke up, I was at home, but a lot was still going on. Like, we were still kicking it. A lot was still going on, and I had tweaked up a little bit, and he got mad about something, and we started fighting, and he had overdid it with me, and he had like we kicking it or whatever, and I tweaked a little bit, and he ain't like that, and he started beating my ass, but like me and him, this not our first time of him, like me fighting him. He did it before, earlier that year over the like summer. Me and him got into a big old fight, and we both ended up going to jail or whatever. But this time, like, he was overdoing it to the point where, like, the people that we was with was trying to get him off of me, but he just was like, he would not. He just was overdoing it. Like, he was really, like, he blacked out on me. Like, if you would have saw my face, both my eyes was closed. Like, I was throwing up blood. They had, before all that, I'm like, fuck it. Like, I'm finna, when he finally got off of me, okay, let me go back. So when they finally got him off of me, I went to the bathroom to see my face, and I fucking lost it. Like, my eyes were shutting up. Both of my eyes were shutting at the moment. Like, my face was like, you couldn't recognize me. Like, you cannot recognize me. And he ripped my wig off, ripped my clothes off me. I'm butt-ass naked. Like, so, like, I just felt violated, and, one thing led to another, and he ended up getting emergency flown to another hospital because his heart was pinched, and his heart sac was pinched, and he was in a hospital for a while. And throughout that time, I was just thinking, like, if I don't do something different, I'm going to be he's going to kill me, or I'm going to kill him. No ifs, ands, or buts. Like, something crazy is going to happen. And that time, that was a moment where I was just like, I have to do something different. I was praying to God that this boy lived. I was praying to God, although that I would have won the case anyway, because I had got rushed to another hospital too. They had took me, so the friends had took me to the girl house and washed me up, but then they brought me back to my house after like a couple of I don't know how long it was. Shit was just like, I was out of it. Like, mind you, I'm still high as fuck from everything that I took the night before. I'm drunk too. Like, this is nothing like 8 o'clock in the morning. So hold on, y'all. And mind you, so like I was saying, I was already really messed up, and I'm like, take me home, just take me home, because my kids was with my grandma at that time. Mind you, they don't know nothing that's going on. It's 8-something in the morning, and as they taking me home, my grandma's pulling up at the same time, and she sees my face, and she's like going crazy. And at this moment, I started throwing up blood, and my grandma calls the police. She's screaming, calling the police, and at that time, I told my friends to go, like, just go, I'll handle it. And she calls the police or whatever, and the ambulance come because I'm steady throwing up blood. And the ambulance come, my mouth is bloody, my eyes, at this moment, I could only see out of, like, a little bit out of one eye. Like, both of my eyes was closed, my nose was, like, swollen, my face, like you cannot recognize, what I look like. Like, I was totally, like, I looked totally deformed. It was to the point my daughter was scared to even talk to me when I got home because my face was so swollen. Like, she said I looked like a monster. So I get to the emergency room, and they're like, are you the victim of the domestic with the stab wound, the guy that was stabbed? And I'm like, yes. And they're like, well, you can't. At this time, they're saying that I can't go to that hospital, a hospital that was closest to me because he was already there. But they was getting ready to. He was there, and they had that one on lockdown, so I had to go to a different one. And at this moment, they're like, okay, can you tell me what happened? And my mom, like, at the moment, no, my mom, my grandma is trying to, she don't know what happened either. And I'm like, I'm telling them what happened. And they're like, okay, don't say anything else. I get to the emergency room, and they do x-rays and stuff on me. I had a concussion. He had broke my nose. I had fractures in my face, and that was like a really crazy awakening for me, because I was just thinking, that's when I had found out that he was getting air flown because his heart had got pinched. But I'm like, is he okay? And at this point, I'm at the hospital. I'm scared because they're like, he's getting flown, and they're like, no, you're fine. We like basically telling me, do I want to file charges for domestic? And my dumb ass still like in love with him. They asked me, do I want to file charges because of how I look? And they like see like he was beating my ass, and that's why I had stabbed him. Like what happened? And that was a time for me where I realized that I needed to change. And I was just praying to God that if he like let him live, I'm going to change my life totally around. And that's what happened. That's what led to me moving to Texas. I just started thinking about my kids. Like, I gotta live for them. Otherwise, they're gonna repeat the cycles. It's generational curses. That's where I was like trying to make myself remember that this is curses. Like, if I don't change, I have the power to change what happens for my kids. And after that dream, I just was like, I got to move. And when I finally moved, it was like everything was falling in place. And then I had quit talking to the dude, but we were still, I was trying to still wean myself off of him. Even after, that's what I mean, like we had a toxic love. Like even after that whole incident between me and him, we were still messing with each other. Like I found myself being back in the loop, and that's when I finally was like, no, like what am I doing? And I decided to move to Texas. My friend invited me out here to move. But that's when I realized things happen for me for a reason, and things are put in place for me for a reason. So, like I said, I moved out here on a leap of faith. Like, I took up all the money I had, and I sold everything in my house, and I packed what I could, and I just literally moved to Texas. Like, I just upped and moved to Texas, and all I had was God with me. All I had was God with me, and From the time that I moved to Texas all the way until now has been a fucking journey in itself. Now, mind you, I just told y'all the transformation I went through that led up to me moving to Texas. And then I went through an even bigger transformation moving here. So just working hard on myself, like not giving up, just like I'ma figure this shit out. Like as I kept doing taking baby steps to doing the right things, choosing to do different from what I did last time, things started to get better and better for me, like getting closer with God. Like that's what happened for me. That's what happened for me. I got closer with God, and it strengthened me into a different level. God just continued to reveal who he was to me because of the events that took place after. Like that first year, I was going through so much, going through hell, and then things just started turning around for me. Like things just started turning around for me. I found peace. Like I said, what I thought I was chasing is what turned out to be something totally different. I moved out here thinking that something else, but it all ended up being all to heal me. Like moving out here, moving away from everybody, and and just choosing myself finally, and choosing things that make me happy, choosing to do different, and to just believe and have faith and not give up is what got me here. Got me to this point at peace. And no, I'm not perfect. My life's not perfect, but I'm at a state of peace. I'm really at a state of peace, and I'm like the most happiest I've ever been. And I just think about everything that I have like went through. Like it was all to build me up to where I'm at now. Like how I carry myself, everything. I be looking in the mirror like I don't even recognize myself now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's in a good way, not because I'm disappointed. It's because I've been there before. I've looked at myself and couldn't even fucking recognize myself because I just was so disgusted at the person that I was seeing in the mirror and the things that she went through, and now I look at myself totally different. I look at myself as a survivor, you know. Everything that happened to me was meant to tear me down, like meant to have me stuck in the same curse, but like I broke through that shit. I figured out how to make myself more than that. Yes, that happened to me. Like, yes, my past is my past, but I feel like that it's also possible to start over. And I just hope that whoever like watching this, that first of all, I touched your heart, and second of all, that you are inspired and just want to inspire to change your own life as well. Like, I'm somebody that I'm somebody that I'm a statistic that made it, you know? I'm supposed to still be back home arguing on Facebook, making stupid ass statuses, being drunk all the time. And no, I chose different. Like, I just want to be an inspiration to those that want to choose different but don't know how to. Like, if everything around you is falling apart, like, just trust that if you continue to choose yourself, God will do the rest for you. I am a walking testimony of what God can do if you just bring Him into your life. I survived sexual abuse for years. I survived being abused. I survived everything. I'm supposed to be in jail right now. I survived being an addict. I survived it all. And looking at me, you wouldn't think that all the things I've been through happened to me unless you know me. But I'm a living proof of that. You can go through it all. You can go through it all. You can do it all. You can do it like the darkest, deepest shit, and God will still make a way for you. Nigga, it's like I done did some dirty ass shit, and God has proven to me that He will get me out of that. And this is my story. I have been through hell and back. I lost myself and relearned myself. And it's nothing that anybody can tell me about myself or make me feel. I'm so proud of where I'm at. And I look back on everything, and I'm so proud of where I'm at and who I am. And can't nobody take that away from me. That my past is my past, but who I'm becoming is untouchable, and I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy, and I just hope that me telling my story helps someone. Like, I don't know, I just hope, like she said, I don't know who listening. I don't know who needs to hear what I said, but that there is happiness if you just keep pushing, if you just keep trying, that God is real. I have found peace in something I have never had in my life since I was a kid, and so many people have their own stories about me, and I never really been able to tell my own, and all the judgments and everything, just the things that I've went through was just to build me up, to bring me here in life, and this is just here, and I'm not even where I want to be. I'm making it day by day, but by the grace of God, like, I don't have nothing to worry about. Like, I am great. I am great. And let me not say I'm not where I want to be. I'm not where I picture myself yet. Because I'm growing every day, and every day is I learn something new, and I shed a version of me, and now my heart is just opening bigger and bigger, and it's just like, I can't believe I'm here. Like, if you would have told 2020 Tiara this is where she'd be at, girl, I would have started laughing at you. Like, everything that was meant for me to fail, I really pushed through that shit and made a way. I made a way. Everything that I said I was gonna do, I have done it. Literally. But yeah, y'all, that's my story. So, I don't know.